easy tasks won't be tasks anymore. The difficult tasks will become the new easy tasks, and then the impossible tasks will become difficult. So it's important to embrace AI and become best in class to stay ahead of the curve and come up with new innovative ways to improve your business, stay profitable, like you said. So that's why I think it's important to embrace AI.
Welcome to Print is Back, the creative print-related podcast. I'm Jacques Michiels.
And I'm Andreas Weber.
We are your hosts. Welcome.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Print is Back. And well, today we have some interesting chaps on the other end of the world. And I'm happy to welcome Christopher Minn, Harrison Bailey, and of course my sidekick Andreas Weber. Hello, guys. Chris, I'll start off with you. Most of you probably know you as the head of global marketing at Anfigo. You're not there anymore because now you're in the GCC. You're in Oman, if I'm not mistaken. And Harrison is into AI, and he's joining forces with Chris and the Digitalink agency. Chris, hey, what are you up to?
Yeah, so like you said, recently set up an agency. We focus predominantly on the PSP, all the elements of the workflow that service the PSP, so whether that's software related or hardware. What we want to do is generally bring, marketing awareness to those customers. But one of the things we noticed is that especially out here in the GCC, things are speeding up in terms of software automation and getting more sort of bang out your buck when you're invested in your press and your hardware. But there's a lack of marketing consultancy along with software development and of course the AI. And that's what led us down the path to speak to Harrison. Mm-hmm. And along with digital signage and learning about AI, I was thinking, right, there's a real opportunity here. And again, I was very lucky with Festival. We put on an AI lab. And one of the things we were learning through this 2-hour session was about saving the 1% in the workflow and using AI tools or automation to do that. And then very fortunate to work with Harrison through D-Scoop community, and he was working on a program with some students, and we just got talking really and thought, how can we bring in those services, the development services as well as AI? And let's be honest, development's just as important as the AI piece, because if you're trying to integrate your workflow, you need that development team at an affordable cost in order to reduce that touch point.
Interesting, because people that are listening now, of course, they know they know about all those events, D-Scoop, the Fespas, and all that stuff. And like you were mentioning, we're getting a bit deeper into, let's say, the more specific needs for PSPs, like you mentioned, because if you want to be profitable today in the printing industry, you need to take advantage of all the tools that you can get your hands on amongst AI. And for many of us, this is still new and an unclear territory. What should we do?
I think, first of all, we need to speak to more people like Harrison and Smart Elephant. One of the things I really enjoyed in my first early meetings was the mindset and the approach. And I hate to say it, I'm in my 40s now, so I'm going to say Harrison's of the younger generation. But what really impressed me about the D-Scoop community was they're bringing through this next generation into the print industry, whether it's creative or technical. And I found it really refreshing on their approach to finding solutions. Now, I think we need to be really careful here, because technically AI has been in the print industry or in print software for some time. Our friends at Focus and other companies will tell us that MIS is whatever. But I think it's how we use AI, and I think it's also understanding what we know and what we don't know and what we're not comfortable with. And it's about embracing or bringing in a team, an external team that can help us with that challenge, and saying, hey, it's okay, I don't understand it. I'm not a developer, or I can't code, but these guys can, and they can do it quickly and they can do it efficiently. So to answer your question, really, it's speaking to consultants or companies like Smart Elephant that can help us maximize every single piece of paper, every single drop of ink.
But maybe, Harrison, you could explain why this old-fashioned print industry is a kind of sexy for you. There are a lot of interesting fields because the needs for AI is so overwhelming. Why
Yeah, there is a passion for print, and one of my inspirations for using the students through the Smart Elephant, as well as my involvement in DScoop and the DScoop Academia program, which is also where I met Chris. So my third year of university was with DScoop as their business analyst, and my role was basically looking into the community's success factors and demonstrating the value of DScoop to the community. If it's not already clear, because lots of people already see the value, but the first big Edge event I attended was Indianapolis last year, and at that point Smart Elephant was new, and lots of people took interest, and AI tools were becoming more widely known, and there was hype, but also a bit of a fear of the unknown. And I remember having to show people how to use ChatGPT and educate them on it, which is weird for me because I've got a lot of learning to do from everybody else at DScoop. But that really shows how great the community and print is, of always wanting to learn and be at the forefront of the industry and embrace change, that they were open to listening to me. But yeah, I really got on with the academia students there, and they were very passionate about what they wanted to do with their studies, which helped inspire me to use friends and branch out to students. So now we're affiliated with different universities around the UK and use their students.
Maybe I'm allowed to ask this question. You bring PSPs directly in contact with AI, because normally a printer would expect that AI, he delegates it to his OEM, to his technology provider, and people in the printing industry, the printers, do not want to deal with technical details and so far. But when I got it right, you bring them in touch to use AI to optimize everything in their business processes, not only related to production processes, also to the go-to-market and whatever. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, we work on a range of things, from AI or automation and lead gen all the way through to custom AI agents and machine learning. But I started the Smart Elephant to challenge the myths, or the elephant in the room, if you will, which is that data and AI is super complicated and expensive, and also students are often seen as lazy and unprofessional or want something for nothing, which is not the case for the most part. But it's all about making those students that have grown up leveraging data analytics and AI the most sought after resource on the planet. But the students are really what makes us special, and we've grown up with this technology to the point where it's second nature. And I know it's hard for students to get out there and be recognised, but also for businesses to find and recruit the latest talent and find students that aren't lazy, but are the ones that want to go out and make a name for themselves and want to grow their experience. So it works really well connecting these students to the different projects that are all throughout the purpose. It's not just an operation.
Oh, that's super interesting, because at this point, Andreas and I, we've been talking to a lot of different actors within the global printing industry, as they call it. Some of them produce paper, others are creative agency, others are PSPs, like you said in the beginning. You have to have like kind of a mindset to go with those new tools and to explore also AI and other tools, or Clever MIS, or whatever needs to be connected together in order to be competitive. That's the bottom line. And as we're always saying, if you want to be successful today and tomorrow in print or in the graphical, you have to change. You have to adapt, be profitable, because otherwise you're out of the door. And I think this is one of the components that force you to look also to the other generation, the younger generations that have those skills, and that, like Harrison said, it's their second nature. And I think these people are already here. So you better take advantage and to listen to them now, rather than to be too late at the party, I guess.
Yeah, I think the other thing as well is, I came into the print industry as a marketing consultant, marketeer, if you like, and I've always seen the whole print space, no matter where you are, wherever you sit, you're either tech or technical or creative. And there's some of the greatest technical and tech minds I've ever seen in any walk of life in this industry. Some of the things that have been achieved in the print industry are absolutely amazing. And some of the creative things as well. You think of some of the household names that have had some campaigns that we will never ever forget, like Share a Coke campaign, but just to give you one, for example. These are going to last forever, and they will be used every 20 years again. So I think for us, it was a case of, right, we need to get the technical and the creative, bring it together, because that ultimately is what our industry is. And I think that's what we need to keep investing in.
I think we have discovered an interesting topic, and it gives us a lot of options and opportunities to talk again in the future. And to summarize it from my side is that what we are talking about when we said there has to be a relationship between artificial intelligence and printing technologies, and it's not a nice to have, it's a must have, right?
AI is a buzzword, definitely, and a lot of people think a problem can be solved with AI, but in reality it's a machine learning or neural network or statistics problem. And those have been around for a long time, but I think that the easy tasks won't be tasks anymore. I think the difficult tasks will become the new easy tasks, and then the impossible tasks will become difficult. So it's important to embrace AI and become best in class to stay ahead of the curve and come up with new innovative ways to improve your business and stay profitable, like you said. So that's why I think it's important to embrace AI.
Well, I got one last question on my mind here before we finish. Question for the both of you, starting with Harrison. Where do you think that print as a physical product will be like over the next 3 years?
As AI is becoming more prevalent as well, I think it's important to remain personal and have that connection with a customer as well. So I'd say physical print and the personalization, but just through a simplified and taking out the manual load and automating as much as you can is the way I sort of see it progressing. I don't know if you agree, Chris, but
yeah, no, I do, and I think actually I'm warmed by what I see out here. I see the likes of digital signage being included in shows like Best of Middle East. That's what print now looks for. But I'm also seeing large volumes of print. I'm seeing people now really energized by having something tactile. I'm seeing a generation that actually likes to come off their device and get away from the digital world and have something physical. I'm seeing the yearbook is back in a big way. So I think we're going to go full circle. And like we always joke about in the print industry, print is dead, long live print. Yeah, I just think it's evolving. And I think the key thing is, as long as we keep the next generation coming through, it will not only stand the test of time, but it will be something that we'll celebrate with National Print Day worldwide in the future.
If you organize it, Chris, I'll make sure I'll come over. As long as it's in Dubai or Oman.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you for this little update on AI in printing industry, on the new ventures and projects over in the GCC area and Digitalink. Well, good luck to you both.
Great talking to you. Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks, Andreas.
thanks, guys.
All right, we'll catch up soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.